Hello, I'm here at Misco Expo 2010. I'm talking to Alistair Hollands, who's Retail and Volume Sales Director for Fujitsu. Hi, Alistair.
Hello.
So that's quite a long job title. Let me just, before I ask you to sort of talk about what it is you do and all that sort of thing, I want to recap a little bit on Fujitsu, especially in the retail sector. I've always associated Fujitsu with the Fujitsu Siemens brand prior to this, but now I believe that brand's no longer there. So could you just give us a quick bit of background of the last sort of couple of years and tell us how that's all evolved?
Yeah, sure. So Fujitsu Siemens was a joint venture formed in 1999 where Siemens and Fujitsu decided to merge their EMEA computer operations.
Okay.
And the joint venture had a clause in it. After 10 years, either party could walk away from it.
Yeah.
And Siemens, quite understandably, have got a sort of slightly different strategic direction these days to what they used to have in the sort of 1990s. And computers and that sort of technology didn't really fit in with where they were going, which is heavy industry, manufacturing, transport, that sort of thing. And so Fujitsu decided to buy out the 50% share that Siemens held because they're very keen to keep the sort of direction and technology that Fujitsu Siemens had created, with particularly sort of dynamic infrastructures, virtualization of workplaces, data center solutions, that kind of thing.
So you're talking about
today.
You're talking about a lot of sort of enterprise solutions there, but you're retail and volume. Now, I know from tracking sort of people at IDC and Gartner, sort of market research, that in terms of volume, the Fujitsu Siemens and now Fujitsu market share has declined.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about why that's happened?
Well, that was a strategic decision made by Fujitsu. Fujitsu Siemens, particularly in some markets like Germany, Scandinavia, and indeed in this country, did have a fairly strong retail presence. And when I say retail, this is selling your sort of volume, price entry mobiles, and desktops and things like that.
And when you say mobiles in this context, you mean mobile PCs?
Yes, I mean notebooks in the classic sense. And Fujitsu made a strategic decision that that part of the market is very fickle. It's all about your latest design, or can you hit that price point or whatever. And Fujitsu didn't want to chase volume. No.
And you're not the only ones. There's plenty of other people
who've taken profit.
Yeah, who've let the likes of Acer and so on go chasing that sort of 300 quid and below market.
Yeah. You need to have very deep pockets to do that.
Yeah, or just incredibly streamlined, which I think is what Acer is. They've got about 2 employees in the whole world. Okay, so in that case, what are you talking here at Misco Expo? What are you talking about?
Okay, well, we still have an awful lot of what we deem to be sort of volume products, but more aimed at the professional space.
Okay.
So small businesses. But having said that, we still do have a lot of consumers buying our products, but it's not so much the sort of strategic direction of the company. But we're very focused on companies who are buying desktops and notebook computers and all the peripherals that go with them, like monitors. And of course, entry-level and mid-range servers. Misco are one of the biggest players in the market in this country, and indeed across Europe. So it's very important for us to be here supporting.
So
one of
just
our
as
customers.
a still major system builder, there's lots of solutions you can still provide.
Absolutely.
And you're finding that sort of Misco is a good channel, I suppose, especially into sort of SMB and maybe public sector markets.
Exactly, and the Misco salesperson brings a lot of other pieces to the jigsaw. So it's not just hardware; it's what can we wrap around that. So what services, what solutions, those are areas that Fujitsu really excels in. Because it's sort of trickle down from our large corporate and government type divisions. We can bring all this kind of infrastructure into the SMB area as well. Package it up into small chunks that these people can deploy in their organisations.
And a show like this, there must be a sort of bit of cost and hassle associated with coming here, spending the day here. What's in it for you?
Well, we get to talk to one of our most important customers, at their biggest show of the year, which is Misco, and it gives us a chance to engage and talk to existing customers, and indeed hopefully new ones as well. And, so far in the few hours that I've been here, we've had some very
busy,
good conversations with people.
So
we're very pleased with it.
Queue going all the way down the street when I came in.
I think a lot of companies have been quite nervous that our show's going to have the same sort of turnout that they've had in previous years, and from what I can see, absolutely
done
no
properly.
problem at all. No problem.
Okay, brilliant, Alistair. It's great speaking to you.
Thank you very much.
So I was talking to Alistair Hollands from Fujitsu at Misco Expo 2010.